We dress every day, sometimes to impress, sometimes to hide. But once in a while, an outfit becomes more than a look. It becomes a turning point, a witness, a mirror. Today, I'm sharing 5 such outfits that quietly changed me. Not because of how they looked, but because of what I lived while wearing them. From heartbreak to healing, from uncertainty to selfhood. These aren't just clothes, they are chapters. Welcome to Dress, Dine, and Shine. Let's begin with the video, The 5 Outfits That Changed My Life.
1. The black kurta of heartbreak. It was the week everything fell apart. The week I stopped replying to texts. The week silence became my language. I remember reaching for that old black kurta, not for style, but for shelter. It was loose, long, comforting. It didn't draw attention. It didn't ask questions. In those long afternoons of aching and overthinking, that kurta held me like a quiet friend. I didn't need affirmation. I needed softness. Some days, dressing small is the first step to breathing again.
2. The ivory blazer of success. The first time I led a meeting, I wore an ivory blazer. Not stark white, more like the color of confidence in bloom. I didn't feel ready. My voice shook, my palms were cold, but the blazer gave me structure when I felt wobbly. It held its shape, so I could hold mine. I remember buttoning it up like armor, slipping my shoulders back, and walking into that room. I wasn't the best that day, but I showed up. And sometimes that's where success begins. Not in applause, but in choosing to try.
3. The worn-out jeans of transition. These jeans have seen me in every shade of uncertainty. I wore them on the day I left home with more fear than hope. They sat with me in unfamiliar cities, hugged me through late-night hostel dinners, and faded as I figured out who I was, away from everything I knew. They weren't new. In fact, they were frayed at the ankles, threadbare at the knees, but every rip held a memory. Like the time I sat at a railway platform writing letters to myself, or the evening I walked in the rain, phone off, finally feeling free. Those jeans weren't trendy, but they were honest. And sometimes that's the only outfit you need in a season of becoming.
4. The indigo maxi dress of discovery. I bought the indigo dress on a whim during a trip I hadn't planned. I didn't even try it on. I just saw it hanging in a small shop and knew I wanted it. Flowing, deep blue, a little bohemian. It was unlike anything I owned. And maybe that's why I loved it. I wore it while watching the sunrise on a cliffside. I wore it barefoot at a friend's rooftop gathering. I twirled in it with music only I could hear. That dress made me feel light, curious, alive. It wasn't about looking beautiful. It was about rediscovering the parts of me I had buried under routine. That indigo dress reminded me that life isn't a checklist. It's a dance.
5. The oversized beige hoodie of peace. This wasn't bought for a special occasion. Just an oversized beige hoodie I found on a quiet evening. But it became my uniform for peace. The days when I stopped chasing, stopped performing, stopped proving. The hoodie had no sharp lines, no fitted curves, just ease. I wore it while journaling early in the morning, while watering plants, while watching old films with my phone on silent. It was the first outfit I wore not to look presentable, but to feel like me. Not the version curated for the world, just me. That hoodie reminded me that comfort can be elegant, that peace doesn't need polish, and that real style begins with softness toward the self.
These aren't designer pieces. They may not even look remarkable, but they were there when I broke, when I rose, when I changed. They didn't fix me, but they stayed with me. And in some quiet way, they shaped me. Maybe your most powerful outfits aren't the trendiest ones. They're the ones that hold your memories, the ones that make you feel seen, even if no one's watching. Because dressing well isn't always about fashion. Sometimes it's about healing, becoming, remembering who you are, one outfit at a time. If this spoke to you, stay a while. Subscribe to Dress, Dine, and Shine, where every outfit tells a story, every plate serves purpose, and every routine helps you feel whole.